All right. I think I am live. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, Zen Friends, to a special Friday night session where I come back on to finish out all the readings from earlier. So there's no chat in this one. I'm not taking any new questions, but I'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and back again on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you'd like to join me for new questions. In the description of the video, it does list the order in which the readings will be completed. I'll be keeping track of timestamps as I'm going along. And so after I'm done with the stream, I will post a pinned comment with the order with the timestamp. So all I have to do is click on it and go directly to your reading. So I think that's the skinny on it. All right, so let us shuffle here and we will get started here. So up first, we do have QvLuv. Let me grab your timestamp here. So we have one donation. Thank you so much in your patience in getting to your reading. I ran out of time, but we want to dive in and get a good in-depth reading for you without rushing. So thank you so much. And thank you for your donation as well. So you wanted to know, is love on the way for you? And what can we know about it, right? So is love on the way for you? I feel like this is that. And then I feel like all of these want to be seen in these two in that one. All right. Let me just scooch these out. You got 4 here, and 2 here, and 1 here. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you do have the 5 of air. 5 of swords, which is this. 5 is a number of like conflict. And the 5 of swords kind of brings in this energy of conflict between the head and the heart. It's like the heart wants love, it wants to move forward, but the brain, there's maybe some old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that the mind's going, I don't know about this. The heart's like, yes, 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 I want love. And the mind's like, the last times that we've found love didn't turn out well. Are you sure you want this? And so the mind is kind of more hesitant. And then that's where this conflict is going on between the head and the heart. We'll find out more here. Is love on the way for you here? Yeah, you got the World card. Celebration, the last card in the major arcana, which is an ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new adventure. So it is heading your way. We'll see here if we can get more things on timing or any advice on how we can speed things up and draw them to us sooner. And that's what I feel like we'll be looking on here. In fact, you go from 4 cards to 2 to 1. So 3 is missing. So it's like you're jumping ahead and you're skipping a step. Um, like you're skipping a grade in school. You're heading towards graduation faster already. So I like that. But let's see what's coming in here with these 4 cards. So you have the Tower card. I like this belief because there is a mindset that with the Tower card that says whatever happens in our life is for us. It's like the Wheel of Fortune, but the Tower card, it blasts things out of our life, but it tells us that I do that to make space for things that are more in alignment with your higher self, to make space for that to come in. So if there was other people in the past, it's like, why did they leave? Why did this happen? It's like this is that higher understanding of, when people or situations are moved out of our life, it is to make space for something that's more in alignment and to clear our path so we can move forward. And so there is this, it's kind of like the mind. This is for the mind, those beliefs of like, well, when they did these things meant something about me. No, they were removed out of your life to make space for something. Doesn't mean that, they were in your life on purpose for a reason, as a stepping stone for you to learn from those, but it's that moving forward piece. It's like that obstacle taught you what it needed to. You at least have the information that you don't have to repeat it, blast it out of the way. Now let's move forward, right? Yeah, you have the star card. Look at all this. 3 major arcana. 21, 16. Well, what comes after Card number 16 is card number 17, the star card. So this thing is blasted out of the way to make room for things that are truly your dream come true. Now, this conflicting card here, between the head and the heart, has to do with your dream as well. Because the mind will have one dream. This is what a dream come true is. It has its list, its roles, feels like work, it feels exhausting. Our heart has a dream and it's exciting. It's like living, not existing. And so there is this clarity that's coming in too. As things get removed out of the way, we review what is my dream? And, you know, you can, if you can separate it out and go, what is my mind saying I'm needing, but what is my heart longing for? Let me create two different lists, two different dreams, and then see which one you would want. Spoiler alert, it's going to be the heart. The mind feels like work. Ugh. The heart is like, I'm living. This is like, all right, we're checking off boxes. Blech. All right. What else do we have? Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. So you got these fives are numbers of change and transformation. The Five of Pentacles is about it's the fear of being abandoned, the fear of being left behind, not being enough, not having enough. And this goes back to childhood, it's the old ways of thinking about ourselves and could be a lot of stuff below the surface. But this is part of the journey and the process that's happening before love comes your way. It's like your heart and mind are wanting these things to be worked out so that you don't continue to do what you've always done and get what you've always gotten. You want something higher vibration, something that is more what you deserve, not what you're kind of punishing yourself with in the past, right? Yep, and the Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles. You are going to be having this kind of, I would say, like choices, and one is going to be of the mind. Like the mind is going to be like, this is a perfect candidate, and the heart is here's mine. And you're going to have these two candidates, one mind based that your mind thinks is a wonderful, looks good on paper, the other your heart's going, this is who I want to be with, this is this. And you're going to be able to look at it, and that's the choice to make. Am I going to do what I've always done, or am I going to do something different, right? That's why I feel like you leap ahead, and then you have these two. You have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about this independence. It's like nine is the number of the hermit, and earth is the outside world. It's being alone, but this is like this, I'm fine with being alone. I'm not afraid to be alone. I love myself. I love who I am. I don't need someone, but I want someone, but I don't need someone. This is a new energy where you just feel confident and independent. And you're not a half of a person that needs a half a person. So you could be a whole person. You're a whole person. Someone would just be above and beyond extra. I don't need someone, but I want someone kind of energy. Yeah, and the Page of Earth, nine and the Page of Earth. You have two Earth cards here. Page is a new opportunity, a heightened opportunity opening up in the outside world. Let's see what this last card is here. Yeah, Six of Air. Again, movement, transformation, leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving into new ways of thinking. From choppy waters to calmer waters. So there is this movement, and you're moving. First card is the Five of Air. You end with the Six of Air. So there is a resolution of the conflict as you move forward, and I like this for you. But these other things need attention first of the understanding where is that those feelings of lack, the fear of being left behind, not being enough. So there is some of that bubbling below the surface that just, if it's not conscious of it, it's just bubbling down there. The inner child has some old beliefs. And I like this, the twos, figuring out, writing down what your heart wants and what your mind wants, and ask why. Ask your mind, why do you want that stuff? Where does that come from? Ask your heart, why are you wanting that? Where does that come from? Understanding ourselves, releasing those beliefs in lack that exists both in our heart and our mind. Our inner child, emotional inner child, 7 years old and younger, our mental inner child, 7 to 14. So there's a lot of stuff it learns during those times to understand it. So it is on its way to you, but those things are what help you skip a step. If you don't do those evaluations, then it's going to be longer because you have to go through step 3 then, which is diving in deeper, and it can even be a relationship that comes in. If you don't do that work and you go into a relationship, you're going to do the work through that relationship, which takes you on the scenic route to number 2 and to number 1. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's see what your fortune cookie says here for you. All right, I do want this one here. And you have, I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. Yes, there's a lot of letting go of some emotions that's involved here too, that you don't want to take into a future relationship anyway, right? All right, so that's what they have for you, QvLuv. So thank you again for your donation, and have a great evening. All right, so that was it for the donations. Now we're going to do the YouTube channel members. I've got 4 of those, and then after that, we'll jump into the free readings. So Suri Amanda, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. So Suri, I did see 2 questions for you. They're both relationship oriented, so I'll kind of just put them together. In the main session, just know for the future, there's just 1 free question per session, is kind of my rule that I go off of. But so for additional questions, if donations, that you can do as many of those as you want. But for the free ones, there's just one per session. On our Thursday night for members, it's unlimited. But in the big live sessions where everyone, the public and everyone's there, it's just it's like a potluck. Everyone gets to go through first before anyone has seconds. All right. I always thought I crack myself up. As long as I think I'm funny, that's all that matters. All right, let me take a sip here. Then we'll dive in. All right, so we'll pull 1 card for does Jean have plans to date this other girl at work? Okay. I feel like this one is that one, and then this one is for what's coming for you in love. So does he plan on it? 9 of Swords, there's a lot of fear, nightmare and insomnia is what the 9 of Swords is. There's a lot of fears. I don't feel like he dates like not date, like, exclusively date someone, like from the other reading, right? The Don Juan reading, that's still, um yeah, they have plans that they want to, date many people, not just one though. So it's like, I want to hang around with them and I'll hang around with them, I'll hang around with them, but they don't commit to individuals. They just have a lot of experiences with a lot of different people, and it lasts for however long it lasts. So that's the kind of energy that comes in with that. I know, too tricky. And so what's coming in for you for love? Yeah, you have the Messenger of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands. It's the fastest moving knight. It is something that comes out of nowhere. It's quick and it's fast and it's passionate to start off. So you have a spark with someone else that's coming your way, and it does come out of nowhere, unexpected. That's like kind of this fiery horse you're not expecting because it's a fast moving horse. You're sitting there and all of a sudden, whoa, here comes this horse. It's fast. So that's why it comes in out of nowhere and suddenly they're there and there is a spark. There is this whoa, kind of energy. Doesn't feel like love at the moment. It's because it's kind of like the initial attraction energy that comes in, but it is coming. It's gonna be unexpected and it's gonna come out of nowhere. Ooh la la. All right, that's what they have for you, my dear. And then Lolita, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. And you say, can you ask the best way to approach the issues that you're facing? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? What's the best way to approach the situation that you're facing? Okay, these are your two cards. You have the 10 of Wands, 10 of Fire, and you have the Star card, which is like dreams come true, but also it's a big balancing energy. Normally, the Star card has like 7 little small stars around it, which equal the chakras, which is about balancing energy. So both of these bring in this message of like doing an inventory of your energy. Where am I investing my energy? What is your North Star? What is your true north? What are you wanting out of life, right? And it's about evaluating how much energy that you're investing in. I know in this day and age it can seem like everything is urgent, everything is important, right? But this talks about creating like 3 buckets. The first one is what is truly urgent to you, what's truly important to you, not what you think everyone else thinks is urgent and important, but looking at your life. You get to decide where you invest your energy. You're not at the whim of everyone else, right? It's about owning your own energy, going, what is my purpose in life? Where do I want to head? What is most important and urgent? Um, if it's urgent and important, it goes into bucket 1. Bucket 2 is that it's important to you, but not urgent. It's something that doesn't have to be done today. You can put it on your calendar and split things out so you can get things done. That goes in bucket 2. And then bucket 3 are the things that are screaming, I'm urgent, but they're not important to you. You dump them in there. You don't even have to do anything with those. They're not important to you. They'll fall away or they'll take care of themselves. If you complete everything in bucket 1, which is the stuff that needs to be done today that's important, you do that. And if there's something that's coming up that you want to work in bucket 2, you do that. And then if you're bored, then you can stick your hand and go, what do I want to do in bucket 3? Oh, I'm going to do that. But you don't have to. So it's about prioritizing and reevaluating, what you're looking at and going, what energy am I investing in where and why? And is it truly urgent and truly important to me? And if I'm feeling confused, if I'm feeling like scattered, I'm in fear. It's all about taking deep breaths and step out because we can't make clear, intelligent, loving, compassionate decisions when we're in fear. It's gonna be a 2-year-old making decisions. They're always gonna choose to have the cookies for breakfast, not good choices. So there is this energy here of balancing your energy, stepping back so you can clearly make decisions that are for your best, that are in alignment with your life and what you're truly wanting to go. But it requires you to have a clear mind. And if your mind's not clear, you need to step back, take some deep breaths, and get out of fear so you can see things clearly. So I feel like that's the approach that they're mentioning here. So hopefully that helps you, Lolita. Hang in there, my dear. Okay, many blessings to you. All right, and then Livier Vergara, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. Livier, I want to ask for whatever the universe wants you to know as advice. All right, let's take a look here. What advice do they have you right now? They want this one and this one. Well, you got the 2 of Fire and the 6 of Water. Interesting. So you've got the 2 of Fire, the 2 of Wands is be aware of where you're investing your energy. And the 6 of Water, 6 of Cups is about, drawing emotions back from the past or even a relationship from the past. Children, past life, I don't feel like there's usually like a handful of energies that this brings, but I don't feel like it's the norm. I feel like this is bringing back emotions from the past, and it depends on what you're focusing your energy on. And so the advice that they have with these cards is that, when you are focusing on things you fear, right? If I fear someone's going to leave my life or something's going to leave my energy repels it out of my life because that's what the energy is I fear that's gonna leave. What? I want that to leave? No, our energy listens to our intentions, and our intentions are, I'm afraid. It's like we whisper, "I'm afraid that's gonna leave my life." Oh, right? Or, "I'm afraid that thing's gonna come into my life." "Oh, you want that in your life? Let's bring it to you." "No," or, "I hate that thing." "Oh, you like that? You want more of that? Here, you enjoy hate." Because whatever our focus goes, our energy goes, and it draws that to us or repels it out if that's what we're fearing. Same thing works with want and need. That is lack energy because I don't need or want something unless feel I'm lacking something, right? So lack energy begets more lack energy. If I focus on, I really, really want that and I want it, I want it, I want it, I need it, I need it, I need it, I actually repel it away from me. Because what I'm saying is I enjoy wanting, not having, but wanting and needing. And that's all not having energy. So it brings me more not having energy. So the other side of the two of wands is I can focus on what I love in life, what I enjoy in life. It's like a little kid going into a donut shop is one of my favorite examples Spirit gave to me so I could get it. Little kid going in, points at all the donuts he hates, and as he's doing that, the baker's going, "Okay, you want one of those, one of those, one of those?" And then the baker goes, "All right, here's all the donuts." And they're like, "These are all the things I hate." And we're like, "Well, that's what you were pointing at." And they're like, "But I hate all those." And the baker puts all the donuts back, and he's like, all right. So point out all the things you love and I'll bring you those donuts instead. And it's like, yeah, that's the whole thing. Focus on what you love about someone, what you love about a situation, what you're grateful for, have gratitude around it. That brings in that energy instead. Very different from that other. And that's what I feel like with the 6 of water is like a balancing of emotional energy, 3 cups and 3 cups, 3 cups of old, 3 cups of new, and seeing the difference between the 2 worlds, realizing that you get to bring in what you focus on, and as we change that and we can't energy doesn't lie. I can't like, if I go, I'm really grateful for this job that I have or that I have had. You can think about all the things you love about jobs in the past and all that. But if I'm going, I'm really grateful, but I'm like, but I really want that job. I really need a job. I really want a job. Our energy is going to do the work, not our mouth. We can't fake out energy. Our energy is going to do it. So it's us changing our energy and our focus, consciously choosing seeing the things like, let's say it's a job that I'm looking for, right? I can think about if I have a job now, what do I love about my job now? I can ask the creator once, I really would like a new job, and then the rest of it's gratitude. Creator has a great mind, they don't forget. So we keep thinking and focusing and picturing in our mind the things I love about the current job and how it makes me feel. Then I think about the jobs I have had, right? Have and have had are have energy, which brings in more have energy. Things I hate, things I wish and need and want, not have energy, have not, more have not, right? So going back, I'm going to focus on what I've loved about different parts of jobs. You may not have to love the entire job, even if it's one thing. The one thing I liked about that job was this, and I was grateful for that. I love that. We think about all those and we picture it, we focus on our emotional energy around it, and we have gratitude around it. That's what draws things in. So I feel like that's the advice that they want you to know right now. So hopefully that helps, Olivier. All right, many blessings. All right, and then KittyKat Black, you are up. So KittyKat, whoops, let me get the proper timestamp here. It was like that there. Okay. So KittyKat Black, you just said, may you receive, please. And I think you were asking for a reading. Didn't see a question, so I'll give you a general reading and see what Spirit has here for you. Okay, you have that one. Let's see what else. Okay, they want this one right here. So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. It's all about the thinking. coming in here. You have the Four of Swords and the Eight of Swords, the Four of Air, the Eight of Air. This is all about the thinking, the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets that are here. Four of Swords is like the peace of mind card. Normally in the original tarot, you have three swords on the wall and then one Ace of Swords they're sleeping in. So those three swords is the Three of Swords, which is expectations equal disappointment, but they're in a peace of mind because they're that Ace of Swords allows them to see things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love and joy and laughter and play and gratitude and peace instead of rooted in fear of rejection, fear of not being enough. All those fears we experience as human, right? That's where we get all these expectations. Do this or else, right? Well, the Eight of Air is, and both of these nice flowing energies of even numbers of 4 and 8 is good. It means you've been really looking and seeing your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore. Mindsets that would make you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted and small and powerless. And you're realizing, yeah, this isn't true. I'm seeing things from a different perspective. I'm clearing away old ways of thinking, and that you do that through as triggers come up, right? As things come up where I feel out of control or I'm fearing something, it's like, okay, there's an old belief. What is that? Because my heart can't be broken. It's too powerful. What that heartbreak feeling is fear being ignited in our heart. Like when someone scares you, it's, but it's repeated over and over again and it loops because it's an emotional monster, not a real one in the physical world. Even though it can feel scary, I know. But there is this flow of energy and the facing of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore. So as triggers are coming up, we can look at those if it's something that's really bugging us, but I usually do an 80-20 rule. Try to spend 80% of my time focusing on higher vibration, unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude. That grows because whatever we focus on grows. So, if I do 80% shadow work, then my shadow grows big and I want to grow love and joy and laughter and peace. So I spend more energy on that. And then the thing that's going, hey, 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 those triggers that keep coming up. I'm like, all right, you're obviously would like me to look at you. So let me bring that up. Let me question it, transmute it, transform it, and then go back to focusing on gratitude and higher vibration because that helps raise our love vibration and we can cut off these. We don't have to do shadow work on our entire lives. If we just switch our energy, a lot of things take care of itself. But the things that bring up its head, we can look at and transform there. So hopefully that helps a little bit with you, Kitty Cat Black. And ever in the future, if you have a question, just you don't have asked to ask, just pop it out there in the chat and we'll answer it. All right. So that's what they have, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. So that was it for my YouTube channel members. Let me bring some of these free readings over and we will dive into these. Let me just bring a few of them over here. Okay, there was 2 for that one. Down here. All right, there we go. That'll be enough for right now. All right, so we are coming up. So MINU, you are up first. So MINU, I like the little skull after your name. That's cool. Will I get married with Murad? And do you have does he have romantic feelings for you? All right, so pull one card for the will you get married to Murad, and does he have feelings for you? Let's take a look. Current energies, will you get married? We have the Six of Wands, which is a victory and a celebration type of energy. So that would be like a yes, in a yes or no situation here. So I do feel like there will be eventual marriage based on current energy. Do they have romantic feelings towards you? Slightly. Got the 10 of Cups. That's like overflowing emotion that's there. So I really feel here very short and sweet. Yes and yes. Because that 10 of Cups is overflowing, because you start with the Ace of Cups, you go to the 10, then you get into royalty. So that's like a 10 out of 10. So a lot of strong romantic emotions, and it's looking like a yes and a yes there for me. For you, anyway. All right. So that's what they have for you, me and you. Many blessings to you. Great news. All right. And then Nelia Medeiros, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp. Thank you for your donations earlier. For your free reading, you wanted a general on Gina. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about Gina? Is it these? Nope, I don't feel like it's those. I feel like it's this one. What else? I didn't feel drawn to any of those. Okay. This one there. So, oh, there we go. Interesting that we got both the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about tribe. It's about being true to one's authentic self, and that's this creativity energy. The Six of Earth, immediately saw Three of Earth as half of the six. 3 plus 3 is 6. I'm good at my maths, but it's about equal giving and receiving. But I also feel like there's this energy of codependency here, where there's a tendency to overgive, and that there's a trouble of them being true to their authentic self. I'm just being reminded of the good old days when I was a young lad, and I'd meet somebody and they're attracted to me for who I am, but then I would be like, "Well, who do I need to become to keep them?" You know, who did I think that they think I should be? And I'd try to become that. I would try to make my life their life, try to make myself fit into their life instead of being true to my authentic self. And there was a great book, The Path to Love by Deepak Chopra. It's a old book and it's a wonderful book. But remember reading through it and realizing that, I don't know if it was in that book. I read it again, I didn't see it in there. It might have been another book of his, but there was something that said, "What are you looking for in a mate?" And I was like, after, 3 relationships, because I was halfway through them, I'm like, "I want someone to respect me," because the first, like, 3 well, the first 2 well, yeah, the first 2 cheated, and then the 3rd one just disrespected me another way. Number 4 felt it was different and felt like it was cheated, and number 5, I learned something different, but, the first 3, I was like, "I want someone that respects me," and then after you answer all that stuff, it's like, well, you need to find in yourself what you're looking for in someone else. And I'm like, "Wow." I remember throwing the book across the room, and then I picked it up, whatever book it was, because it was right, because I thought, "I respect myself," and I'm like, "Well, no, I give up myself for everyone else. That's not self-respect, that's self-destruction, right?" And so I just feel like that's the energy coming in here, is being true to your authentic self and looking into those emotions around, overgiving and codependency of being the overgiver, not the enabler, the taker, but that I have to give and give and give, and I don't deserve to receive, that there's some stuff that is bouncing around below the surface there. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now around Virginia. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you. Many blessings. All right. And then we've got Yadi Colón. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation earlier as well. And so your free question is, the job offer was rescinded. They want you for a leadership position that starts in November and December. Oh, you're so bummed. Do you see you getting a great job in the next couple of weeks? So they offered it, but then they were like, "Oh, budget. We have to do it later in the year." Okay. So let's take a look here. Do you see you getting a great job in the next couple of weeks and keeping it? You got the job, but it's like, oh, Indian givers, right? They're like, all right. Well, it does appear here you got the Queen of Pentacles, which is new birth and harvest. And I like that. The Eight of Earth, too, is putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears. You do see the results of your work here. So, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, I feel like is go ahead and mourn that job. I'll give you a day. And then go, all right, if I'm if I focus on disappointment and this, what am I gonna get? More disappointment, right? It's like, okay, yeah, it's okay to feel our feels, but if you want a job in the next couple weeks, what you would need to do is have gratitude around thank you that I got that job. It really learned a lot through the process. I'm very grateful. What else am I grateful for? You know, right? Again, focus our energy on higher vibration to draw on things that match that. And so think about what you loved about this job opportunity, what you love about other jobs that you have had, and change that energy from an energy of lack and loss to an energy of abundance, right? And then there it does open up, but it does take a little bit of work with that Eight of Pentacles. Um, so it's not just going to magically appear. I feel like there is things you have to do to look in a different market, look in a different place for job offers and stuff. You're going to have to do something different, I feel, because that Queen of Pentacles is also about birthing new things. So it's about you attempting and doing new. It's not like staying on the same site because your resume is on there. It's about, I'm going to go and look at some other places, other job market, you know, services or sites or something along those lines to find that. But looks good with both of those pentacles energies. So hang in there, my dear. All right, that's what they have for you there. You know, I trust that whatever happens is for us, right? So if it's being delayed, there's something that will happen amongst this time. Well, don't you have someone coming back? Maybe it's good that you're not in this big job and you have this other thing and it's happening and you fail at it because you're so distracted by hotness coming back into town. Now you can get something maybe that between now and November and December that's just short term temp work or something that if you still want that in November and December, maybe there's something in between that you can do so that you don't have to invest a lot of mental and physical energy into it, that you could spend that on someone else, that's coming back. And then you'll be more able, life is more stabilized with them having come back that you can, then go into this new position and be extra successful with it. There's a reason for everything, right? All right, so that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings. All righty. And then we have, let's see, we do have Johanna. Yeah, there you are, Johanna. Hello, hello. You got 3838 is your timestamp. Wow. Matching numbers. So your question, have you been having extra empathic stuff lately? I'm feeling a lot. I am sure you've been having a lot of different energies. I know with the Scorpio full moon, especially that water moon. But let's take a look here and see what they have here. Yeah, we got the Queen of Air and the Messenger of Air, the Knight of Air. So I don't, it's interesting because the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Air, is the balance between the head and the heart, and the Knight of Air, the Knight of Swords. This is all mental energy. Well, a lot of it's mental energy. The Queen, of course, also has cups, but um, I almost feel like it's a knowing that you've been having that feels empathic, but it's not emotional. It's like you're getting knowledge, like you're having memory. The way that I kind of look at when I certain channelings, even these when I'm doing tarot and everything, um, it's like I'm remembering something. 'Cause that's the way it feels like, "Oh, yeah, this is what's going on." It's suddenly like, "Oh, I know this." It's a knowing, and I feel like that's what's going on with you here, like, you're expanding into not just empathic feeling emotions, but this knowing that is, like, wrapped around the emotions. So it's interesting, it's like the wrapper of a piece of candy. Yeah, you see the candy, like, yeah, and what's all this new stuff around it? It's knowingness, it's a new connection of to like your spiritual higher mind that's coming through here, which is interesting, this balance between head and heart. But it's so much mental energy. You definitely are experiencing an expanded spiritual, like you're expanding your spiritual gifts. But I feel like there's this mental knowing that's coming in with emotional. And that's why it feels like it's empathic, but I feel like that's the extra oomph that's there is that you're knowing why someone's feeling a certain way, or you feel like you know why. So it's uh more, if that makes sense. All right. So hopefully that helps, Johanna. That's what they have for you right now. Hopefully that you're like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. All right, my dear. That's what they have for you. And then Lucky, you are up next. So Lucky, you want to know, why are John's coworkers talking about me, pointing you out in the street, saying, "That's the girl that happened this afternoon." Oh, how fun. So, and you said it's not mistaken because you heard it. The two guys and one girl all look at me, leaving my driveway. The pizzeria is across the street where they were standing and watching. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, let's take a look here, Lucky, and find out why. Why are they pointing you out? Is there a video out there on the internet? And they're like, "That's the one." Not that kind of video, just like doing something. Well, you got the messenger of fire, the knight of wands, and the seven of wands too. Seven of wands is about shining bright, standing out on a hill, being seen, but not dimming your light, not asking permission to shine, not defending who you are. But there's a lot of energy that's flowing in your life right now with all this fire energy. So there is some spark energy. The seven of wands can be like in this kind of situation where you feel attacked, but it's like allowing, energy, evaluation of the energy, and the knight of wands is also on the quest for the ace of wands of stepping into our power, going, you know what, I don't have to invest energy and everything, I'm just going to be me, and you know um I stand out. This is that energy. I just feel like I stand out. I mean, if you were walking around with candles on your head, you would stand out, right? I mean, I know that's some sort of ceremony that people do in some countries in Europe, I think. But it's like, yeah, if you basically have this fire around you that you just attract people's attention. Are you a fire sign? That would make total sense here. But you definitely are getting this attraction energy where people are seeing you, you're standing out. And and they want you to know you're standing out because there's this jealousy, there's this that's kind of with the seven of wands too, where this I don't know, it's like if someone has something good that happens, when someone already has a lower self-esteem and they already see other people as bigger, when they have something, they feel even lower and they want to point things out and try to, influence, um not so much destroying though, because some people will try to destroy to bring down, and other people will boast. but it just feels like not mind games, but, like, in between all that, I'm trying to, like, grasp it. It is jealousy that's there, it is, you know, um, that's why yelling it and pointing it out, they wanna make sure that you know it, and but it's not a jealousy of destruction, it's a jealousy of being noticed myself. And if I can make noise and action and then I'm getting attention too kind of energy, if that makes sense. So that's more of what I feel it's about so much, but I really feel like your energy is really like you're glowing now, and it's just drawing attention to you. And that's just who you are. Your fire will do that. So that's what I feel is coming in, Lucky. Hopefully that resonates and makes sense, but that's what they have there for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then up next we have Mika Khan. So Mika, oh, you're at 46 even. So Mika, you want to know is our root capsule the one which will make you 200,000 US dollars fast? Is there any fast get rich fast schemes anymore? I don't know. Let's take a look here though. So is this one the one that will do this for you based on current energies? Of course, disclaimer, I am not a business like plan model professional whatever, tarot's for fun. Disclaimer down in the description box. Ultimately everyone needs to make their own decisions, etc. When we're talking about this much, I want to make sure. No. Well, all that to say that. Because you got the death card transformation, you have the king of air, the king of swords, which is the master of mind and clarity. And so there's something else that's out there for you. But that because this is about doing your research, educating yourself, digging deeper into, those types of capsules and all the information you've been getting on what kind of item would help. It. I don't feel like this one is it with the death card. But with that King of Swords, it is about continue to do your research. Clarity will come. You know, um, just be able to, and I feel like part of what you can do is if your intention is I want and I need to make this money, I need to do this, it's going to push things away from you. Something to be aware of is focusing on what you're grateful for in the moment and what you have and also for what you have had in the past opens up and draws things to us instead of pushes things away. So, kind of maybe just if it resonates, look at your energy and go, am I looking at lack by focusing on want, and need, or fear? Or am I focusing on what I'm grateful for in this moment? The energy is so different. One is whoosh, the other is drawing it in and gratitude creator for what we do have. Not that I need something, but look at what I have. And then it just naturally grows and things come to us that help bring in abundance if I'm grateful for the abundance I have now. If I don't believe I have abundance, that's why I feel like I need more. I want more kind of energy too, if that makes sense. Right. So that's what's coming in for you, Mika. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me bring some more over here. Thank you guys again for your patience in getting to your readings. Really appreciate those. All right. All right. And then Mystic Road, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp. So, Mystic Road, will you hear from the Gemini man again? All right. So, based on current energies, will you hear from them again? All right, so we got this one. We got this one. I do want an extra one here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that makes sense. You know, It's gonna be a little while. You have the 7 of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and the Magician is action, energy that comes in here. But this other one is, the 2 of Pentacles, which is 2 options in the outside world. I feel like they will, but it's gonna be too late, because I feel like you have a second choice that's coming in soon, and it's not their other personality being a Gemini. So it is really someone different. So I do feel like, yeah, they'll reach out, but I feel like you're like, sorry, that window has closed, that door has closed. Catch the next elevator, because this one is already taken. So I feel like eventually, but I feel like there's someone new that's gets your attention that you're not willing to go, "Oh, wait," it's like accepting a job offer for a job that's not what you want, and then the other job offers, it's not that, right? This is like, wow, it's like this job looked good, but this job is amazing. And then they call you and go, "Oh, hey, we'd like to offer you the job." And you're like, "No, thank you. I found something." Wow. And that's kind of the energy. So hopefully that helps, Mystic Road. That's what they have for you. All right, many blessings. All right. And then Purified Soul E, you are up. So you want to know who's coming towards you in love. All right, let's take a look here. Who's coming towards you in love? Well, I do want this one. Oh, right. Well, it's definitely fiery. You have the 7 of Wands and the Emperor, which is actually like Aries energy. But I like this for you because the 7 of Wands is someone who is confident in who they are. Leo, not Leo, but this lion energy, right? This king of the jungle, the Emperor, ruler of the kings. They rule over all 4 kings of the minor arcana, so, they are emperors are rulers of kings, and so they're confident and they're solid with this number 4, but the 7 of Wands too is like someone that doesn't ask permission to shine, doesn't dim their light, um, they are the sun, and they stand up and they are themselves, and they don't feel they need to defend who they are and their decisions and all that too. Um, so very solid energy. Again, Aries fire energy and the fires of the 7 of fire, 7 of Wands, which is very passionate individual, could even be a fire sign. Either, Aries is very prominent here, but can also be a Leo with a lion, but also Sagittarius. So I feel like there is this, and they're attractive, being fire, all this fire. It's like they just draw you to them, and I like this um, energy. The Emperor energy can be sometimes in a period of indecision, trying to figure out things, but I don't feel that here. I feel like they're very solid, very confident in who they are and what they're doing, and they're moving forward in their life. So I really like it for you. So that's a little tidbit of who they have coming towards you. You can always ask for more, but I definitely feel like it's with all this fire. I feel like July is a big time, maybe even like 4th of July, because 'cause I'm seeing fireworks with all this fire, and there was fire in the sky like fireworks. So I'm feeling like a big July type of energy, maybe even, like I said, beginning of the 4th of July weekend, kind of energy, if you're in the United States, of course. But they're showing me that, so whether that is, where you're at or what you celebrate, it would be around that period, so all right, that's what they have for you, Purified Soul, for now. So many blessings to you. Then Macaroni, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. So a nosy read. All right. We'll see how nosy we can get here with a couple cards. Is KW. Oh, dating someone right now. All right. Let's take a look here. Is KW dating someone right now? All right, here we go. Dun dun dun. I believe so. They have the Nine of Cups, which is like a dream come true. A Queen of Water, Queen of Cups, which is a very sensual, emotional, empathic um, energy. So a lot of water, a lot of love energy that's here. So I really do feel like there is someone here. The Queen of Cups reminds me of the High Priestess, though, and there is some energy under here of hidden and unknown things too. So I feel like they're dating someone and they have like this, a lot of this, but I feel like there's more to it all too, though, because it is I'm getting this like feeling of moon and high priest, which is revealer of hidden secrets. Which means there's some hidden things regarding it. So this Nine of Cups can feel like it's on the surface, it's like a dream come true. But when you start to peel away things, you start to find things, right? That empathic ability as we dive in deeper, and there's more to all this than meets the eye. So I feel like there's sharks in the water. Stay away. That's what's coming in right now. Free macaroni. That's the nosy read. It's the nose of the shark. No. I'm getting big red flag or big warning flags, right? I'm like, yeah, and I feel like there's more to all this than meets the eye too. It's like, ooh, there's something murky swimming around under them waters. All right, so that's what they have for you, macaroni. Hopefully that helps. Many blessings. All right, and then Pramilaa, you are up. So Pramilaa, when will your husband long distance? Let's see. When will I be with your husband long distance? What is coming towards you? All right, let's take a look here. Okay, nope, none of those. So we'll pull one card for when will you be with your husband long distance based on current energies. And then what is coming towards you? I feel like I don't want that one. I want this one. Okay. Wow. So you got here the Knight of Wands, which is the Knight on Fire. It's the fastest moving knight out of them all. So I feel like you're going to be with your husband long distance, like faster than you think. I think it's going to come out of nowhere and things are going to move fast. And then you'll be with them, um, you know, faster than you think that you are going to be. Am I getting any indication of whens? It feels like based on current energy, it's like messengers or knights are number 12s because the pages are 11. It's because it goes the 10 and then 11, 12. So this would be like December. But I feel like that's the whole thing is that we're thinking, well, maybe by the end of the year, but I feel like it's going to be sooner, even like July, August. It just feels like it just happens out of nowhere and happens very fast. What's coming towards you? King of Water. This is the balance between head and heart. So this feeling, it's also a very compatible person. So maybe that's your husband. That's who's coming towards you. But it is a balanced energy because the King of Cups, King of Water rules over water, but he's getting a second portion of air of the mind. So it's a very balanced individual between head and heart. And it's a balanced energy that you're having here. So I feel like it's like it feels like everything is balancing out for you is what's coming towards you. I feel like you feel like you're up and down and all over the place. And I feel like whatever is coming towards you is this great grounding feeling where you feel like this wonderful balance in life. With that, could be your husband though. If you feel like they are a very compatible, um, balanced person between their head and heart. Otherwise, it could be a best friend or someone that comes in or a family member that matches that too, but I feel like it's more your energy that you get this balanced feeling that's coming towards you. So things start to the extreme things start to be taken care of where you're not feeling so out of balance. So hopefully that helps for Mia. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. And then Mars, you are up. All right. So anybody the universe wants you to look out for, look out, possible personality or looks. Oh, like look out for with your binoculars, right? Not be aware of. All right, let's take a look here. Anybody that you want Mars to keep an eye peeled for, right? All right, here we go. The World card and the Eight of Swords. World card is an ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new adventure. The Eight of Swords is about, letting go of old ways of thinking, um, and seeing things differently, like, limiting thoughts and beliefs that don't serve. Both of these cards kind of feel like they're like, um, it's unexpected. It's like because these are like the world card is the ending and the full card that comes after it, starting back at the zero is no expectations, off list, off book, off road. And the Eight of Swords is kind of that too, where it's like letting go of these thoughts that would limit us and blind us and bound us and make us feel small and restricted. And there's this list and it has to be this. It's like, so that all this energy is like, uh, look out for the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. That's what to keep a lookout for. Personality or looks, just different. I feel like they're going to stand out because they're going to be so much of what you wouldn't be like. I never would have thought that I would be attracted to someone or that I would be like, whoa, because you were like, I would normally wouldn't give them the, time of day, or put a lot of effort because it's not like I don't think anything would happen from it. But I feel like whatever situation this is that it comes up, I feel like you're like, I would say, not that you're forced, but you're put together with someone. What I'm seeing in my head is like it would be like you're taking a cuisine class, right? And your friend that was going to go with you at the last minute emergency, they can't go. And you're like, I already paid for it. I'm going to go by myself. So I'm going to go. And you go. And then someone else is in the same boat because in some of the things you have to have partners. And everyone else came with someone and the instructor is like, well, hey, you two, do you mind, and you're like, sure, why not? And they're like, yeah, why not? And then as you guys are interacting and everything, you're just like, what is going on here? I am like really like this person, their personality and all this kind of stuff. And it's like someone you normally wouldn't, but I feel like this is the kind of off book, off expectations, totally left field. So expect the unexpected is what I feel, Mars. All right, so that's what they have for you. Let me move these up here. Right, Victoria. Hello, hello. So Victoria Huber-Ramirez. Want to know what is coming towards you this weekend? All right, let's take a look here. What is coming towards you this weekend? All right, and this one. Thought it was going to be that one, but it's this one. So I feel like there's a switch up and a change of things here. Wow. I just had this card and it came back out again. But you definitely have the Page of Swords, right? Page of Air. Yep. Page of Swords and the World card, the Page of Air. Um, so the World card, of course, is an ending of an old way of thinking, old cycle, and the beginning of something new. It's a release of expectations. The Page of Air, Page of Swords is also you're granted the Ace of Swords, which gives you a new perspective, allows you to see things differently. So I feel like what you have to look for this weekend is, one, there's opportunities if you choose to be open-minded and you do some things that you normally wouldn't do. I feel like there is a good change of cycles. The world card is also a card of like celebration and victory. So I do like this for you. Um, and I feel like it's like a challenge. It almost feels like Saturn energy, which is, oh, and I think Saturn, does Saturn change? I think Saturn changes signs. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Saturn enters Aries Saturday night at 11:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. That is Saturn. Yeah. I think I even have a posting that's coming out tomorrow that talks about that energy. So keep an eye on the community tab, or if you're following me on Instagram or Facebook, it'll be out there too. But I feel like that's what's happening here because this um, change of thinking and what Saturn is, it's like the taskmaster. It's like, if you will do this, I'll give you this reward. So if you keep your mind open and you look at things differently and keep an open mind and go, you know what, I'm going to look at this from a different perspective. I feel like there's a change that brings in this thing, this abundant feeling. The reward comes. So keep an eye out for the challenge. If you're like, if you have a trigger or you're like, no, 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 I don't want to do that. You're like, wait a minute. This is the challenge. This could be the reward. Let me rethink that, right? So that's what they have for you right now, for this one, Victoria. So many blessings to you. Enjoy your weekend. All right, Alisha, you are up next. Put your timestamp down here. All right. And so you want to know Anusha's current feelings for you. It's a no contact situation. Will he contact you in the future? All right, let's take a look here. So Anush, well, first of all, their current feelings for you, okay? And then will they contact you in the future? So their current feelings for you, Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a good energy. It is a card of, victory. I kind of look at it too as an equal attraction, three wands on each side, passions. So there is this attraction towards you. So they are attracted to you, but it's passion energy. It's not love. It's energetic attraction, physical attraction, right? Will they reach out to you in the future? The Eight of Earth, Eight of Pentacles is a card of, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, the progression, that things, you know, there is eventual transformation. And there's this opportunity though, when I see this, there's like this scenario that spirit shows me. There's a couple of different ones, but the one that they're bringing in is like two caterpillars go, hey, let's go into our cocoons, become butterflies, and then we're going to do butterfly things. All right, sounds great. So you jump, you're excited. You jump and you create your cocoon and you're in there and you're doing your transformation and you go through all that process of really, like I said, the blood, the sweat, the tears, and you're transforming yourself, right? And then you get out of the cocoon, and then there's this big, huge, fat caterpillar that's been eating leaves all this time, and you're like, "Why are you not a butterfly?" And they're like, "Well, it looked like a lot of work, and I saw these leaves, and I was, oh, they were so good. I just ate and ate and ate. I didn't realize the time, and now you're a butterfly, and they're a caterpillar, and you can't carry butterfly doesn't carry a caterpillar. You don't even carry your cocoon. You're like leaving a lot of stuff behind, and you're like, you can't go where I'm gonna go now. And that's what I feel like is, yeah, there's attraction there, but by the time they reach out to you, I feel like you're gonna have other options. Butterfly. Butterfly doing butterfly things with another butterfly, not waiting around for a caterpillar. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what they have for you, Alicia. So many blessings to you. Right. And then lastly, but not leastly, we've got Grace. Let me grab your timestamp here. Okay. So Grace, hello, hello. Um, What are Liam's feelings for you? All right, let's take a look. See here. All right, we got that one. I don't want that one, but I want this one. All right. What are their feelings for you? Well, I feel like they're under construction with the hanged man. The hanged man is hanging upside down from a tree that reminds me of a cocoon. It's a transformational energy. It's like it's under construction. It's still trying to figure things out. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Air here, she is like this, trying to figure things out in the mind, trying to balance the head and the heart. That's why I feel like they're kind of trying to figure things out. It's going back and forth and back and forth, that comes in there. So, I'm like just kind of um it just feels like their mind is trying to take it one way, their heart feels a different way. And they're trying to work it out and understand what's going on. So I feel like it's in transformation. Um, there's emotion there, obviously. Otherwise, it would be like the King of Swords, which is all about the head. But this is, she rolls over swords, but all queens get a second portion of heart, emotion, cup energy. So, there is that there, but I feel like yeah, it's like a battle between the head and the heart, and they're still trying to figure it out. Kind of energy coming in. So, um, and it's not that their mind is going, I have concerns about, you know, grace. It's I am. They have got like some pre-existing fears and mindsets that were already in place before they even met you. Their mind trying to protect their heart. And so the heart's like, oh, look, 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 look. And the mind's like, "Whoosh, get back here." They have them like on a leash or one of those little, you see people walking around with children in the mall with, the harnesses. Get back here. You cannot go anywhere you want to go. I control you. And that's kind of what's going on here is their minds trying to develop, trust. And they're like, can we trust them? Can I let you pet my heart without hurting it? And so I feel like that's kind of where we're at right now. It's like a transitional type of energy that's there. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. So that's what they have for you, Grace. And thank you guys so much for your patience in getting to your readings here. As soon as I'm done, I will post a pinned comment that will list the timestamps of all the readings I completed. So I have to just click on it. It'll take you right to your reading. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then also tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then again on Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you'd like to join me then. Until then, remember, every second of every day of your life that you, yes, you, are unconditionally and eternally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. Remember, have fun. Because why are you being so serious? All right, guys. I love you. We'll see you soon.